This is my permadeath hardcore Minecraft sped up to 4 times the original speed. And this is the point where I had just expanded the wheat farm. So it's going to take a while for this to grow back in. I plan on messing around this area for the first half of the video just to, I guess, implant the process into my mind before I move on to the next big phase of this playthrough. We've got cows, we've got a couple of chickens. We still have work to do to increase the terraforming so that we can have our own chicken coop as well as having additional farms. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have to turn my overall focus not only to these deep mines here, which I believe is going to take more than forever and a day to find any more diamonds. But I will also need to work on the main base so that I could begin building a portal for the nether and an enchantment table for when I get a fully stocked library collected and built. Now, as you may have seen, I haven't been really collecting a lot of sugarcane to make paper, and I've only got maybe 21 leathers, and I think that's enough for 1/3 of my enchantment table bookcases that I would need to make, so that it can have a perfect U shape around the enchantment table. That's going to take some time, and my progress in the mines is also a little bottlenecked by constantly running into lava. I'm going to have to back up and regroup and figure out in which direction I will need to keep looking for diamonds. And it had been a couple of days since I had played Minecraft, so I'm still trying to reacclimate myself to what needs to be done. Do I need to build a lookout tower here, for example, or is this all going to be an open area before we get to the main base? I think I'm going to go to the main farming area one more time, just so we can observe the work that needs to be done. Let me grab some steaks here. I think we're gonna have a steady supply of those from now on, so there will be no more scrambling for wheat or bread or anything like that. Then I'm going to do some lumberjacking over here on this side, as well as if any terraforming opportunities comes up, I'm gonna take it. Maybe there's more lumberjacking over here on the western portion of the island that I don't know about. If this is indeed an island, this is feeling like something a lot more than that right now. But I can reassure you that once I get the nether portal built, and once I get the enchantment table library built above it, then we are going to be looking at some heavy duty adventuring and exploration in the future once I get a full set of armor, whether it be iron or diamond. Ideally it would be diamond. I'm going to get started on some terraforming. Give myself some guidelines to follow when I want to get serious with some enchanted tools. And I'm hoping that you guys may be hearing some percussive noise in the background, and that may be my housemates just being outright disrespectful and aggressive. So I think this is why I'm going to try to be more frequent with these updates in order to pick up on these little background noises. In the meantime, just take a look at this big old tree that I'm about to chop down. There's all these little trees, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to wait until the next day cycle to attack a big old tree, because they can take a little bit of a while to process. Do some last minute terraforming here. We will come back and finish carving those out in future episodes. First, I will need to get everything squared and sorted away. And that means refilling my tools, and I'll have to go back downstairs just to see where else I can pick up in the mines. I guess right here is a good spot as any. I can carve out a 5x5 template here. But I can promise you that I will not find any diamond. It seems like the update is good for some things, like having extended height and depth limit. And the depth limit is only really useful if you want to be creative, like you're gonna make a maze or a gigantic labyrinthic optic structure with a bunch of waiting rooms and corridors and stuff like that. But when it comes to straight up resource gathering or gameplay, it can be a bit daunting to overcome. But I don't mind to continue applying my methods to this. Because as you can see, even though I'm creating a giant wide open space right now, it can be quickly converted with a few walls and replacing the floors and ceiling into entirely different areas. So that's not to say that I won't be making a maze out of one of the bottom mining levels, but plans are always shifting. And right now my plan is going to shift to the eastern part of the road. This torch that we are working around is the middle of the map. This is where the X and the Z axis come together to form the 0, 0 coordinate. So in one quadrant everything has a positive value, and in the opposite quadrant everything has a negative value. And I'm not going to ruminate over which is what right now. Right now the priority is to terraform everything away, like the Red Sea, on either side of this coordinate, so that I could build up a tower. That's like the central capital towers sort of thing. So the ground level is going to be the nether portal, and that's a dimension in Minecraft that allows you to have fast travel quickly to other parts of this overworld that we are in right now. So I think this is going to be the big old tree of this episode that I am going to conquer. There's a lot of wood in these big old trees. And once I fill up a few chests with them, they're going to come in quite handy for decor and not so much as what other people use the wood for, which is like a wood fuel source or something. So I think I'm going to pick up all of this mossy cobblestone, which I hate picking it up and not seeing a spawner nearby. Alright. So this is going to be my primary big project for the next several episodes. We will have another portal and an enchantment table soon. And from there, we can spread out in all directions, including the farm, which is to the west. It's time to put everything away. I'm starting to get really full on dirt, so it will not be long before I create an overstock room strictly for dirt. Maybe I will put a pin in that for the next episode. Or I could plan to bring it downstairs and give it its own row. I just have one chest full of it so far. I think that is something to consider. We will bring the dirt down here and assign it a roll of chest, because I've got a funny feeling we are going to have quite a bit of dirt. I will also need to make a chest just for this tuff. Even though tuff is the dirt of the deep mines, meaning that I use it as a filler block to fill in like crevices and chasms and spaces left behind blocks that got mined out. I don't think I'll be using that much of it. So it'll be good to have it on hand. I do know that there will be quite a very deep row of cobbled deep slate in our future. And that's if I don't find a practical use for polished deep slate or the deep slate bricks or even deep slate tiles. Perhaps maybe I could use it to denote conquered territory in the nether. I don't know, just a lot of moving pieces to consider right now, and the big picture is too wide open to consider. I will say this though, the deep slate is going to try to be utilized as much as possible. So here we are back at the 0, coordinate where the main base is going to be. And I think this is how we are going to finish out the day, plus this episode. I've noticed that if I try to keep my episodes within 1 hour gameplay, 15-hour final product video restraint, it ends earlier and earlier in the day. So over the next several episodes, I'll be ending in the middle of the day, and then the morning, and then like middle of the night again. So that will probably mess with my rhythm as well. So I'll have to ask all of you to be patient and just count on me to make everything beautiful and gorgeous, given a lot of patience and baby steps. Let's see where we are at with our number of days here in just a few seconds. And I am going to keep up these video broadcasts. It's good to see that I'm making good progress on this terraforming right now. So here we are at day 59. We are almost 2 months in this game. And I hope to see you for many more. I'll see you next time. I love you guys, and bye bye.